It's January 2005 and you're leaving for Fort Benning, Georgia. You're going to basic training for the Army as an infantryman. You will endure exhausting training with your drill sergeants who will physically and emotionally push you to your limit. After going through what seems like the most difficult 4 months of your life, you finally get to go home to see your family and friends. You're home barely a week when you get the call. You're being deployed to Iraq. You are 19 years old, fresh out of basic training, and have your whole life ahead of you. This is what you were trained for and knew this was a possibility. In a few short weeks, you're off to train again before flying to Kuwait to await your mission for Iraq. Now your life has been put on hold for a year while you travel across the world to fight for your country. You enter a world where you're not always welcome and are put in situations that threaten your life. You leave behind your life, family, and friends. They continue to live their lives as you enter a new environment with your new family. You learn the ropes and become exceptional in your position as a gunner on a Humvee. After being in this foreign land for months, you seem to finally become adjusted to life in a hostile environment. Once you feel some sort of adjustment, it's time for you to finally go home and face your next challenge, the challenge of readjusting to civilian life. Those around you are so extremely happy to have you home and do whatever they can to help you readjust. It's not an easy task for anyone, especially you. The days, weeks, months, and years ahead of you will be difficult as you start the journey to be you again. In light of Veterans Day and recent events, I'd like to commemorate our country's veterans. The above story is all too familiar to many families of veterans and is the story of my husband early in our relationship. Our veterans can never be thanked enough for the sacrifices they make. They bravely march into harm's way when no one else will. They have so much love and passion for their country and camaraderie for one another. They fight alongside their brothers and sisters with protection and pride. Some end up making the ultimate sacrifice and don't come back to their family and friends. Others come home broken and live the remainder of their lives trying to get back to the person they once were. Many veterans leave behind spouses, children, parents, siblings, and many other people who care about them and who they care about deeply. They also leave behind jobs, hobbies, everything that is familiar to them, and the comforts of home. They leave all this behind to fight for freedom, liberty, and justice. They selflessly fight those who threaten our world and everything that's important to us. They see and sometimes have to do terrible, unimaginable things that many of us will never have to see or experience. They do all that is asked of them by their country without question because it's their duty and honor. Our brave veterans deserve to be honored and given the utmost respect. All veterans sacrifice their lives when they sign up. Even those who come home alive have sacrificed the life they once knew. They do this all in the name of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and to protect this great country we love. If it weren't for our veterans, we wouldn't have many of the freedoms we have now or this great country that we live in. Many veterans don't ask for much and only what was promised to them when they signed their name, such as education and health benefits. As President Lincoln proclaimed in his second inaugural address, to care for him who shall have borne the battle and for his widow and his orphan. This is our responsibility as a nation. Some veterans don't even want to be thanked because they don't feel it's necessary to be thanked for doing their duty. So let us honor our veterans now. Let us honor our veterans the way they wish to be honored and not the way we wish to honor them. Let us give homage to the dead and patience to the living. Honoring our veterans' wishes is a great honor to veterans. This is the ultimate way to show our gratitude and respect for these brave men and women. So please honor our veterans by honoring their wishes. They deserve this and so much more. Thank you.